welcome back to Animal Adventures. My name is Kylynn, and this wiggly worm I have with me is Bagheera, a 2-month-old adoptable kitten at our shelter. This week is a fun session because we're going to talk about what you can expect before and after adopting a kitten from us. The first thing you need to think about before adopting a kitten is that although cats do litter box train themselves, kittens are particularly messy when they're young. So although they will get there eventually with some practice and training, they are going to be pretty messy when they're learning how to use the litter box appropriately. When choosing a litter box, we recommend that you use a topless litter box or a lidless one. Cats usually prefer litter boxes that are open on top, and always use an unscented litter. You might need to try a couple of different types before you find a good match, but unscented is best. If you have more than one cat in the household, you'll need a litter box for each of them. Even if they share, it's best to have one for each of them. This is a safe way to play with a cat because it keeps the cat at a safe distance away from your body. Sometimes if you play with a toy in your hand, that encourages the cat to accidentally swipe you or to confuse your hand with the toy. Another thing to keep in mind when adopting a kitten is we really encourage you to adopt two together, whether they're siblings or really good friends. And that's because cats do really well with a buddy, and it's often easier to introduce kittens together when they're young and playful than it is to introduce a new kitten into a household that has an older cat already in it. Another thing you'll need is a cat scratcher, and some cats prefer a vertical cat scratcher and some prefer a horizontal cat scratcher. Some cats will do really well with a scratching post, like one made of carpet that they can shred on, and some prefer one that is on the ground, so they might prefer to shred the actual carpet on your floor, which isn't really a good thing. So pick a cat scratcher that your cat prefers, maybe offer 2 different options, and make sure you help guide them to scratching on the appropriate things. We give all of our cats a window seat because cats love to lay in the sun. However, we don't want you to keep your cat outdoors or even let your cat go outside after you adopt from us. We prefer indoor cats only, and that's partly to protect them so they don't get hit by vehicles, so they don't become lost from your family, and it's also to protect our fragile bird species, our native songbirds that might become snacks for domestic cats. Last but not least, I want to give a shout out to older cats and even senior cats. And there's a couple of benefits to adopting an adult cat instead of a kitten. And that's because adult cats already have a developed personality. You know what you're going to get when you adopt one. Whether it's going to be shy, whether it's going to be outgoing. Whereas kittens, it's a little bit harder to tell what their personality might be like at the time that they're really young. Second of all, adult cats are generally a lot cleaner than kittens are. They've already developed their good litter box habits, and there's less of a learning curve underway. Whether you adopt an adult cat or a kitten from our shelter, I hope that it's a wonderful match and you have a long, happy life together. Thanks for tuning into Animal Adventures. Bagheera and I had a lot of fun playing together so we could bring you this episode. I'll see everybody next week with a brand new episode.